A very good morning and welcome to yet another episode of Research Connect Series 2.0, brought to you by VS College of Pharmacy. VS is one of the leading institute in the pharmacy education and research, and we are known with our excellence in education and now putting our feet also in the shoes of excellence. The evidence of that is that we recently got a NAC accreditation with a flying score of 3.46 and A plus ranking. At our college, we offer BPharm course along with that MPharm course in QA, pharmaceutics, and pharmaceutical chemistry. Coming to Research Connect series, this series was started a year ago with an intention to help MPharm students to fine-tune their choice of career by showing the areas of research and opportunities in each field. This year till date, we have completed 2 talks and 1 workshop in this regard, and people have really liked it. Thank you very much for participant. We had floated this activity yesterday, 8 o'clock, and by now we have received almost 100 plus registration. That tells that people are liking and they are getting definitely benefited out of it. Today, we are continuing this series with third part of it with a focus on avenues in pharmaceutical and medicinal chemistry. We have today with us Dr. Meena Kanyalkar, Associate Professor at Principal KM Kundnani College of Pharmacy. I need to share that she had been senior not only in education sector for me, but also she was a senior while I was taking education at Bombay College of Pharmacy as PhD scholar, right? So since then she had been my, I'll say, role model. The kind of person she is, I'll say that I've never seen a person like inspiring, like her, a calm-minded, idea-oriented person, problem-solving, and a great researcher. These are all qualities of great researcher, and probably Madam will also point out this thing in her talk today. Coming to Madam's, what she has asked me to keep it a very short introduction, but I don't know. I am having her CV in front of me, and it is a 14-page CV. Let me see how efficiently I would be able to compress that. Coming to Madam's educational qualification, she is throughout BPharm, MPharm, and PhD from Bombay College of Pharmacy with all flying colors, and she has done kind of novel research at her time. Welcome, Madam, aboard
Thank you.
over here.
Thank you so much.
She has a great experience of 24 years in teaching till now and been working with several organizations, not only like KM Kundnani, but also at Bharatiya Vidyapit College of Pharmacy, then SVBCP, and she also been training at Piramal India Limited. So what it tells that she has good experience and she has been really a leader, team leader, and team worker. Coming to her research accolades, she has been principal investigator to many projects. To highlight few, NVIDIA grant, then Indian Council of Medical Research, University of Mumbai grants, then SIR grant, DST grant. Along with that, she could publish very well. As I said, she is a good researcher, and publications are real indicator of that. So total 32 publications. I suppose my data is a little bit old, madam. And she has published around 25 plus international articles with 7 plus national level articles. Going ahead with this thing, I'll just share that she was able to publish in very renowned journals like Bioorganic and Medicinal Chemistry, Infection Genetics and Evolution, Biochemistry, Tetrahedron. I mean, these are some journals which are kind of we just imagine and we thought for and we aspire for publishing in such periodicals. Going ahead to list of publication that's supposed to be endless. I'm just counting it, and it is somewhere around 50 plus, madam. So that is really a humongous number. And as I said, she had worked with many organizations. Along with that, she collaborated with many other organizations like ICMR, NICED, then Vidya Alankar, then going to Transitional Health Science and Technology Institute, Faridabad, and many more. List is again huge over here. She has guided two PhD students and almost 15 MPharm students by this day. And as I was saying that we have received this overwhelming response overnight. Probably this is the reason that Madam has been a very well-known speaker. She has been speaking at many places and with good topics also. She is a has got fellowship of CSR and UGC. She has been member of IPA, APTI, IBS. So what it all says that professionally, Madam is very active. So, madam, I'm cutting it short. I hope I have clubbed it to a shorter note. A lot of things are still remaining. I really would have wanted to share, but one thing, madam, before I hand over the mic to you, is that along with this being good researcher, she has also been uh, contributing to society by being trustee of Nirmal Jyot. This is a kind of edge of her personality. Thank you, madam, for being over here.
Thank you.
The dice is over to you.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
So, thank you, Dr. Mushtaq, for such a kind introduction. And I would like to thank VS and my very good friend, Dr. Supriya Madam, who is principal of VS, for calling me, inviting me here for this talk. And yes, this is something which is close to my heart topic where you have called me. So, definitely, I will try my best to give justice to the topic. uh, First thing, before sharing my screen, let me uh, give you some interesting things about medicinal chemistry and pharmaceutical chemistry. Um, I'm teaching this for, as he said, like for last for 24 years I'm teaching this subject. And we are seen as a traitors, because in Mumbai University or any of this university, maximum failures comes from medicinal chemistry. I don't know why. So that is why I felt that I should talk to you, that don't consider medicinal chemistry is something which is a dangerous subject or it is not interesting subject. And please remove mental block before you we will move ahead with medicinal chemistry career in medicinal chemistry, especially the master's career in and after, what are the opportunities after that. First thing of this, before moving to the slides, that is mental block. Why we are having this mental block for medicinal chemistry? I've just tried to check. That is, basically what is happening. Chemistry is a vast ocean. Okay, and when we are covering chemistry as a medicinal chemistry part in pharmacy curriculum, okay, we are just trying to pick up few important aspects because chemistry or the medicinal chemistry is core of pharmacy, and because of that we need to train our pharmacy student with those aspects. And because of that, what happens, within a very small short period of time, that is maybe 4 years, or in that case like 8 semester, okay, that semester also again it is cutting short because of various reasons. So in that we are trying to crunch some of the very very important topics or aspects like organic chemistry, then biochemistry, physical organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and the medicinal chemistry. So many things of chemistry which are itself is a faculty, and that we are trying to crunch in that syllabus because we want to give maximum in that stipulated time. So when you are as a BPharm student, we are trying to learn many subjects, and out of that medicinal chemistry, so many steps you are learning. And maybe because of that, also because of the way by which we are expecting the your evaluation, like memorizing the structures, or we can say our organic chemistry reactions mechanism you need to memorize, and all those things may be creating a mental block. Okay, but when you go for PhD level, sorry, masters or PhD level, I'm talking about the higher education in pharmaceutical chemistry, it is a little bit different. Here you are actually experiencing you are working with your thoughts, you are moving ahead with your research and whatever you have learned before. And because of that, it is definitely very creative, very interesting, and it's something which will you will definitely love to have in your the degrees which you are having for masters. So being a core subject, medicinal chemistry is essential part of pharmacy, as well as it has got lot of career opportunities because chemistry is everywhere, and that is where we are now moving ahead. So I'll just start my presentation by sharing my screen. Doctor, is this screen is visible properly? Mushtaq sir?
Yes, madam. It is
Okay,
visible.
thank you so much. So, uh, first thing, what is medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical chemistry? What we know as. So, it is a field where you do designing, development, and first step is synthesizing of pharmaceutical drugs. Now, I should not call it as a drug unless until it is proven to be a drug. So, I will call it as a pharmaceutical molecule, or I will just call it as a small molecule. Okay, so pharmaceutical or medicinal chemistry is design, development, and then if you want to take it further to make it a reality, you need to synthesize them. And what you will synthesize? You will synthesize organic molecule, which will eventually turn out to be drug if they are observed to be bioactive. So this is first very important thing. So it is a creative space, designing and development. It is not only just a chemistry, because during your pharmacy curriculum you have seen it is like chemistry. When we are looking, you have so many heads of chemistry where you are having organic, and as I've just now said, so many types of chemistry subjects you are learning. It is not only chemistry, but it is also biology, because you are working, when you say drug, it is obviously working with some receptor. So lot of biochemistry, the biology and the chemistry concoction of these two things is very very important when we are learning medicinal chemistry. So definitely biochemistry and other streams of life sciences equally are involved when you are doing the designing and synthesizing a molecule, a new therapeutic molecule, which will be eventually coming as a active drug. So this is where the entire what you can say the combination is linked, which will ultimately give you opportunities in different fields. Okay, so this is a stepping stone, what you like and where you will move ahead after doing your masters. So it may range from simple green chemistry, where now more ecological system environment is awareness is there. So more different modes of greener approaches in chemistry, that is purely synthetic part. In this case, you can go into the biotechnology part. You can go to the genomics, proteomics. Instead of just making a molecule, you can try to make oligonucleotides, or you can make some kind of peptides. That is another way where you can work maybe as a therapeutic agent, or if you are looking for further research, you might be creating it as a part of synthesis. You are synthesizing is as a part of receptor interaction understanding. So lot of areas are here also. Material science. So many different fields or avenues can be opened if you are learning or you are just starting your M.Pharm with medicinal chemistry. Each and every type of education requires some skills, obviously, apart from your normal degree what you are going to take. So what are the important skills? This is again, it is required in many of the streams, but where medicinal chemistry comes, persistence, patience are very very important things, especially when you are a synthetic chemistry. If something is not happening in a right direction, wait, have patience, and try to work on, and try to do lot of modifications, go to the think of different routes, so you will definitely achieve. So that is what persistence is required. You should not leave the things just like that कि नहीं हो रहा है यार. So persistence, creativity and innovation, this is where I love this subject a lot. This gives me a lot of space for my creative thinking, out of box thinking. And therefore this creativity innovation in designing and developing a new molecule is what is something which is makes you really happy at the end of the day when you are working with medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical chemistry. As I have said, it's a combination of various different types of sciences. So obviously you can have a very nice team of different types of people coming together and inventing or designing and developing a new molecule. So it has to be, you should have that team player spirit in you, because you might synthesize in your lab, you somebody else might be designing for you this molecule, and this molecule may go to the other lab and they will maybe trying to evaluate this molecule. So all these things, so many combinations, so many people will be there, and you are working on something which will hit, which will be lead uh, in your therapeutic what you can say the space. So therefore team player spirit is very important. And yes, verbal and written communication skills, whatever you are doing, whatever research you are doing, you should be able to explain, express it in a proper words, and that is where your written communication comes into picture. This also opens a new type of career for you if you are able to have a very good soft skills, communication as well as the verbal written communication, both type of skills. You can have one more avenue which opens for you. We will see that in a later case when we are moving ahead with the careers. So these are the basic things where why you should go for medicinal chemistry and what type of skill. So if you have something like create something, do something different, so definitely this is something for you, that is MPharm or master's degree in medicinal chemistry. So, what are the possibilities if after completion of MPharm degree in pharmaceutical or medicinal chemistry, what are the possible ways by which or way you can move ahead? So, first, the most important area is process chemist. This is more as a synthetic chemist, you are actually synthesizing a number of molecules, and then your creativity is creating, synthesizing different molecules in this case most of the time. Okay, so you are synthesizing heterochemical molecules or some different types of molecules, and then you will see that if they are active, as I've said, it is not a single person's job. Process chemist needs to have drug development chemist in other room, and the pharmacologist or the evaluation team should be there which will evaluate your activity in other room, right? So process chemist will synthesize the molecule. So those who are having more interest in synthesis, creating nice crystals, you must have done in your labs. Okay, after getting a crystal, your there is a smile on your face always come, right? Beautiful crystal, beautiful smile. So this is what is the process chemist will do. They will first develop a synthesis protocol in the lab, and then they can move it ahead, they can upscale it. Okay, they can scale it at a higher level, considering various factors like cost benefit, the reagents, then the environment, that is greenness of the reaction, so many things. So this is a hardcore synthetic type of work what you will deal with. Here of course you can work in R&D as well as manufacturing sectors, and here mainly if you will see, you may have a little competition from the organic chemistry background students. So they are, because they are also coming from the same stream, so here you may have a little bit competition with them. But if you are going in a pharmaceutical industry, though you are having a competition with organic chemists, you will have always a higher, you can say the a step little bit above them, because you know the medicine, you know the drugs. Okay, so you know a little bit more than just a chemistry of that molecule. The second possibility, which is purely coming from the medicinal chemistry further scaling of that medicinal chemistry career, that is drug design and development. We also call it as computer aided drug design, where you are also using computational chemistry. Now you can become a hardcore CAD person, or you can use CAD and you can use your synthesis skill together, and you can work in this area. So, design and development. So, this is another area where you can go ahead, or you can excel further, you can study further. Then there are things while doing chemistry. Of course, one of the thing is structural elucidation, lot of spectroscopical method development, impurity profiling. So many things comes into picture. So automatically, you are also trained like pharmaceutical analytical chemist, or pharmaceutical analysis MPharm. So you can also get the opportunity in quality control and assurance. And always we chemistry people always consider chemistry and analysis, pharmaceutical analysis, go hand in hand, because it's a long term relationship between, without structure elucidation, instrumentation, we cannot work out further by identifying, considering whether my molecule has been formed, whether my molecule is in the pure form, how to make it pure. So all those things are we are getting training while doing the master of pharmacy. So therefore, this another avenue is also, method development related avenue is also available for the MPharm student, which are taking pursuing pharmaceutical chemistry. This is another area where regulatory affairs, that means making a dossier, or intellectual property right management, or intellectual IPM type of jobs, what we can say, they are also available. And here also lot of demand for pharmaceutical chemistry students is there. I am going to share some of my students who have done medicinal chemistry from our college and under me, and their experiences all in the different areas later on in this talk. So yes, this is how they are excelling in this area also. And last but not least, academics. Academics is the area where you can pursue your dreams as a researcher. You can pursue dreams of being medicinal chemistry, moving in basic research, trying to do what you like and what you want to develop, which type of drug, like whether you are looking for the thirst area of India, whether you want to work for the global problems, whether you want to work for COVID, whether you want to work for malaria, all those things you can do, because you are in academics and you are doing your own research when you are doing, you are teaching BPharm students, as well as when you are teaching UG as well as PG year, MPharm, as well as postdoc. PhD students as well as the postdoc. So academics is the noble profession where you can keep learning and keep working in the research area in pharmaceutical chemistry. And I'll tell you one thing: those who are PhD or MPharm in pharmaceutical or medicinal chemistry, they have tremendous openings in educational fields, in academics, in the pharmacy college. Why? Because pharmaceutical chemistry graduate can teach other subjects, but other subjects, this is what I have seen, this is my statement, okay? So other subjects expert, generally they don't like to take pharmaceutical chemistry lectures. So always this is a conflict when we share our workloads, right? So they can teach any other subject, but it's very difficult to teach pharmaceutical chemistry. And therefore academics, definitely there is lot of opening for those who are graduating or post graduating in pharmaceutical chemistry. The another avenue which is coming, that is content writing, scientific content writing. It's a huge area where there is a requirement of the chemistry, sound chemistry background. So I will share you some job profiles later on, so you will understand how and what type of specification, or what type of area where you should move ahead once you will pursue your dreams of master of pharmacy. So I have been told that here the students who are there, who are not only the undergraduate looking forward for the master of pharmacy as a career, but those who are already in the pharmaceutical chemistry, they are in maybe first year or second year of chemistry, they are also attending. So that's what I will give you, that is what next you should do in this area. So that is why I'm just diverting a little bit. So what, when you are doing M.Pharm in pharmaceutical chemistry, it is the first stepping stone to go ahead, further pursue your dreams to become doctor, that is PhD program. So that is the requirement. And also let me tell you one more very interesting thing. Those who are interested in going ahead in any of the academics field, where you want to pursue a career as a researcher, so if you are uh, coming from the master of pharmacy in medicinal chemistry, you will become medicinal chemistry teacher, or you will be allowed to be guide to to allow the research in medicinal chemistry, or guide the students in medicinal chemistry. So there is a requirement of being master of pharmacy in the specialized field. It is not, if you are doing only PhD in medicinal chemistry, you can switch over the fields later on also. So if you are doing PhD in medicinal chemistry, you can teach medicinal chemistry students, or those who are coming for M.Pharm or PhD. It's not so. Your whatever guide approval is totally dependent on what stream you are taking in master of pharmacy. And therefore it is very important, if you want or you are interested in going ahead with chemistry, medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical chemistry, please take masters in that same subject. Okay, so this will give you further avenue in actually becoming either structural chemist, computerized drug design related chemist, or a combination of both. So this is where you can pursue your dreams of moving ahead with basic research. So basic research here, mainly you can focus on whatever stream you want to have, antiviral, anti-cancer, or whatever type of aspects you are looking, and then go on doing drug development of these molecules, try to find out the lead, do the lead optimization. So many things avenue opens when you do a PhD program in this case. So this is again a combination of drug development and the bioactive compounds, identifying or testing the potential of these active molecules. You can pursue your dream in a separate way, like just go with testing of potential by going in allied field, that is molecular biology, or maybe another fields which are linked with testing only, or be a drug development chemist, or be a structural chemist. Here you can have lot of changes, diversions, or you can, you know, have lot of paths which will come out after that. And as I've said, if you are diehard fan of synthetic chemistry, you can go with process chemistry development, upscaling the reactions. Here there are a lot of avenues in the bulk drug industry, then various types of other industries where chemistry or the actual bulk manufacturing of the chemicals, whether it is API or whether it is other chemical, is required. So this is another area where you can work. And as I've already said, patenting and regulatory area, which is another very important area where they are looking out for chemistry as well as the main chemistry field. Okay, so we have just now have had a discussion, and we said you can become a hardcore synthetic chemist, go to the process chemistry, be only computational chemist, just do the designing. You can have a combination of both, that is computational and synthetic, by giving you can have, you can say that a drug development type of thing, design and development. So here you can become a medicinal chemist, or you can just do impurity profiling. You can think of doing something which is method development to various molecules, find out various types of that is how analytical chemistry MPharms do. So you can also have a scope over here. Along with that, you can also do a lot of structural elucidation related work. One of my student, she had worked with us and we had some projects during MPharm with TIFR. She has done NMR related work during her MPharm studies, and based on her NMR papers, she got a very good opening in Brisbane, Australia, where she completely went in the NMR field. That is the nuclear magnetic resonance, where she has started with working with a big molecules research field. She has completed her doctoral studies, postdoctoral studies, and doing very well in that area. So you can divert yourself once you move from chemistry to various streams. That is what, as I have said, it's a concoction of various streams which starts from the chemistry. So what now, I'm just going to show you two things, two or four small things I have got here for you. They are just job advertisement I have just picked up from naukri.com or various advertising fields which are online. So you can see this is the Torrent Pharma's advertising is there. It was recently I have seen this. It is scientist 2 position, which is synthetic chemistry's position. So they are looking for medicinal chemistry department. So what type of responsibility they are looking in this case is obviously the literature survey, which is medicinal chemistry linked literature survey. Then they are looking for the some related studies of optimization studies of API and data compilation, process development of API and its intermediate, and very important thing of synthetic chemistry, that is impurity standard preparation. So what are the possible impurities which are there? So it is called as impurity profiling, polymorphism studies, which is another very important area of synthetic chemistry. So all these things they are doing batch wise, and whether they are able to upscale it. So this is the team, entire team, maybe chemistry department team is doing, and here you are having this job opportunity. So what qualification they are looking? They are looking for MSc organic chemistry or MPharm in medicinal or pharmaceutical chemistry. So this is a hardcore chemistry job, okay, where relevant experience, of course you are looking for a higher senior level scientist, so you can also have an opening for junior level scientist, and from where you can go ahead. And this is at R&D center, so this is again a R&D related job. So very interesting opening which you can get if you are having a hardcore chemist interest, like synthetic chemistry interest. Then this is something very interesting thing. One of my student is already there in Jubilant Biosys, and he is a fresher. Last year only he has joined this Jubilant Biosys. And what type of things they are doing? They are mainly working this, especially this type of profile is linked for research associate type of job they are offering, and they are looking for MPharm. Now this is a higher level because it is a senior research associate. I have not got a junior research associates profiles post, so I have just taken this senior research associate profile. And here you can see MPharm is required. What type of work they are doing? Here also pharmaceutical chemistry will be given a preference, because your lot of profiling work they are doing. So this is mainly a metabolomic type of study. So your metabolite identification is done for the purpose of pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamics. So that is PKPD type of studies they are doing this. And here again a lot of links which are linked with PKPD analysis is done. So this is another offshoot of medicinal chemistry. Move ahead further, you can specialize yourself in metabolomics area, you can specialize yourself in PKPD, ADME, lead optimization area, and that is another way where you can grow further in the medicinal chemistry. Very interesting area, very upcoming area is this, where lot of companies are coming up and giving a very good salary in this area. The another job profile, I don't know whether it is properly visible, but regulatory affairs, as I have said, it is from Sun Pharma. Again, very important area where they are. This is last year's posted advertisement. Description is what candidates having experience in API regulatory affairs, DMF compilation, submission. So this is the kind of dossier compilation. Okay, so good understanding of chemistry, ICH guidelines. So coming from again analysis background and chemistry background is requirement for this job. So again, this job is again at a higher level, so it is looking for a higher what you can say number of experience. But yes, you can start your career in this area and you will be establishing as a regulatory affair person by doing all these things. So here you are more towards understanding the chemistry as well as the guidelines. Okay, so this is the chemistry link. Again, I have taken this advertisement because specifically they have mentioned the preferred education in this case is pharmaceutical chemistry or chemistry related MSc chemistry or chemistry related subject. So that is where this opening I have tried to show. And as I've said, associate content analyst, this is another very upcoming area for all the chemistry people. I have already recorded audio from my one of my student who is in as a associate content analyst or content writer, and this is where you can have your experience writing skill. If you have good writing skill, verbal or communication skills are very good, you can have a very nice experience over here. Again, experience in chemistry domain, here is another that is requirement: MPharm, MSc chemistry or MSc biochemistry. Now when you go for MPharm, you have both things together. You are a solid background of chemistry, you have also a good background of biochemistry, you have learned lot of biotechnology related process during your MPharm pharmacy curriculum. So here you have lot of opportunities are there. And your this is another area which is upcoming area where lot of uh, good companies are coming. It's a kind of table job, I can say. And like nowadays more fashion is that work from home type of job, so this can be a work from home type of job is there. So before moving ahead, I'll just try to share few of the audios which have my students have been given to me. They are doing good. I have just picked up few students who are in different types of fields. Okay, so I'll just play for you because they have given a quick glance about how it is that field is and what is the basic thing in that field happens. So just give me a minute. So Khushbu, Lata, Bhakti, and Anand, who is here working with VS as a faculty, we will have a quick understanding from their perspective how chemistry has helped them. So just give me a minute. So first I will play Khushbu's audio. Whether it's internal or external. Is it audible? Project management, is it you can hear? And technical requirements such as language, grammar,
Yes, madam. It is audible.
stylization, content search, summarizing, data conflicts, referencing, and specifications. These are the key areas of scientific writing. So I would say MPharm and PhD helps in the very understanding of all these requirements of a scientific writer, including your literature search, referencing, writing style, plus comprehending the science behind any molecule, as in what is its mechanism of action, efficacy, safety, which are the requisites for any kind of promotion, whether it is branded or unbranded. So yeah, PhD has helped and still helping me in developing all these skills required to be successful and being a step ahead of others in my career. So thank you very much and all the best. Yeah, so this is from Khushbu. She is into scientific writing area, and recently she has joined Indigen, and she was also working for some time as a teacher, as a faculty. And MPharm as well as PhD, both she has done from Kundnani College of Pharmacy under me, and excellent variation of moving from a simple analysis, like sorry, the chemistry, that is drug development of the antivirals. She has done herself some of the evaluation of antiviral drugs from reputed institutes like Hafkin, NCERD, and all those institutes. And then now, after moving from that, she is moving with moving as a scientific writer in Indigen. So, getting good opening for her, so that she can be always, into the learning mode, knowing more about chemistry, knowing more about the drugs, and moving ahead and pursuing her dreams of being a pharmacist. So that is about Khushbu. I'll share another story with Lata, Dr. Lata. Uh, Listen to her very interesting story.
Brand for the organization. Currently, I'm working with two different R&D consultant companies as CEO and director of those companies, where we make different personal care brands for different clients, which involves research and development, manufacturing, and taking care of entire life cycle management of the products. In every step of my career, I have experienced that chemistry plays important role to understand the research work, molecules, behavior of the molecules in each product, and the everywhere, like in more deeper sense, which helped me to grow faster compared to others and reach my highest designation in the organization within no time. This is the fashion which we should have for the chemistry. I strongly believe that chemistry is everywhere in the organization, every field of the research, irrespective of the field, whether it is pharmacy, personal care, home care, everywhere the chemistry is involved. So a passionate chemist can give the best possible products to the society with in terms of medicine or in terms of personal care products. Everywhere I believe that chemistry plays an important role, and if we do that in a better way, so that will be very grateful. I'm blessed, like I did my masters and PhD in pharmaceutical chemistry. Thank you so much for this opportunity to explain about the importance of chemistry.
Yeah. So, Dr. Lata, she has done MPharm. Then she has gone to industry. She was working with Macleod for, I think, almost 1.5 year or 2 years. She was there, where she was taking a lot of interest in development, synthesis of the molecules. Then she came back to do PhD, where she has done good work. She has, again, I'm from antiviral field, so she has worked with dengue, the lead optimization, development of molecules in that area. With University of Hyderabad, we had collaboration, so she worked under them also. And then after that, she has moved to something different. She had experience, she has taken a opportunity in L'Oreal, where she worked with a different area, cosmetics R&D. And now she has started a startup where they are working with respect to various types of aspects, development of the molecules, development of the looking in, it's like what you can say, a kind of further making the molecules in its dosage form or formulation form, etc. Here you require a lot of chemistry, because whenever you are working pre-formulation studies, here a lot of chemistry is required. So yes, she has not gone out, even if she is a CEO or a director of some company, and this is a startup made in India. Okay, so that is not something which she is and she is very young. Recently she has started this thing. So those who are interested in working ahead, they can also have such type of opportunities when they are moving ahead. in their life after doing medicinal chemistry thing. Another person, Bhakti Pawar, she is she is quite senior. She has worked with me, I think, more than 12 maybe 20, 12 15 years before she was with me, and now she is having almost 11 years experience. So let us understand her perspective.
I have more than 11 years of experience in pharma industry, most of which is in IPR, that is intellectual property rights or patents. Patent is an official legal right for making, using, or selling an invention. A typical patent contains information pertaining to chemistry of compounds such as chemical structure, chemical name, method of synthesis, methods, etc. It also has analytical data, clinical data such as biological assays and in vitro data. Having chemistry background is very crucial to understand various aspects of a patent. In intellectual property management, one has to perform various tasks such as drafting and filing of a patent application, prosecution of a patent application, novelty searches, infringement and invalidation analysis. For all these things, one must have sound knowledge of chemistry. Having done my master's in pharmaceutical chemistry provided me an exposure to understand chemistry at very basic or a molecular level. It provided me an opportunity to synthesize compounds, test them using various analytical techniques, also to conduct biological testings. So I was well versed with all the requisites, and I consider myself fortunate to have done my master's in pharmaceutical chemistry, as it helped me to understand my domain better and grow professionally.
Yeah. So this is about the story of Bhakti who has done M.Pharm. So it's not so that always I'm saying that okay, you should, yes, you should pursue your career further. You keep on educating yourself. That has to be your goal throughout. But not always. You should always look for PhD degree. Okay, you can build from this Master of Pharmacy in medicinal chemistry the areas which can link with respect to your liking, what you are doing, or whatever first job you are getting. If you are interested in that, jump to that, do your further studies. You can add on all those studies. You can do LLB if you want. You can add on such type of experiences as patent attorneys related things. So you can add, compile, and make your hold strong with this pharmaceutical chemistry background further. I will also now, I think on Anand is also here, who can also share, because he's a young academician who has joined VS recently for I think last 2 3 years, and he is also from medicinal chemistry as well as pharmaceutical chemistry PhD, and teaching completely the medicinal chemistry. So before moving to Anand's experience, I will first and say that why we have got the inclination towards the chemistry is because of our beloved sir, Professor Evans Scutino, and three of us, Mushtaq sir, as well as Anand sir, and myself, all of are fortunate to somewhere in some places we have been always guided. In fact, Evans Scutino sir, he has taught me from the first year of BPharm till final year, and then he has guided me for PhD also, the chemistry. So that love for chemistry came from him, and that is where the binding, it is more covalent bond, I can say, so which is with chemistry. So Anand, can you share your experience as an academician so that the students who are listening can also
Yes,
be
yes, ma'am.
thrilled?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at the outset, let me thank my guide, my research advisor, Dr. Meena Kanyalkar, for giving me this opportunity, and as well my college, my institute, VS College of Pharmacy, to speak at this particular webinar. So see, for an academic, it is must that, as madam has rightly prompted, is the love for the chemistry, and it has to uh, be there from the right from your starting years. So as madam, I was also the student of Bombay College of Pharmacy, and there the love of chemistry started. So basic requirement for the academician as a pharmaceutical chemist, or after doing MPharm, is having that passion, that love for chemistry. And the great point, which as madam has already shared, is a pharmaceutical chemistry person can teach any other subject. I myself have taught pharmacology, pharmacognosy. Here we have teachers who are teaching herbal drug technology, the pharmaceutical jurisprudence. But I bet any other teacher from any other department can teach pharmaceutical chemistry or medicinal chemistry. So that is the advantage a MPharm chemistry person or a PhD chemistry person holds, that he is able to teach other subjects as well. And one more thing, being in academics gives you the flexibility to work as a researcher, as an administrator. There are a lot of administrative. So students always think that an academic job is just teaching. So they might find boring to an extent that a teacher is teaching that same concept every year. Okay, no, that is not the case. We have to be not as a teacher, we have to be learning. So for an academician, learning is a continuous process. So every year we have certain new developments, so that we try to incorporate. As I said, it is a tripartite job: researcher, an administrator, and basically a teacher. So as a researcher, I have the flexibility to work on whatever project which I wish to, which I will be limited if I'm working in an industry, because there you are given a project. And plus the leadership role which I assume here, being a research advisor, because I advise MPharm students, and in future maybe I'll be taking PhD students as well. So the to reach that position in industry, you will at least require 10 years of bench work. Then you will be at a leadership position. But in an academic environment, you will be reaching that position, say, in 3 years. So that gives me a role of a leadership, so which I
Hmm.
enjoy most in this particular. And as an administrator, when I'm talking as an administrator, you can be in charge of some other aspects other than the teaching. Here I also assume the role of an ICT in charge. So I look after the internet facilities and all those. So not only your teaching skill and research skills are developed, but your other soft skill which help in becoming, as you move up the ladder, these all skills also matter in an academic environment. And plus, I take this opportunity to thank madam for instilling such love for the chemistry during my PhD, for her kind help in all the other crises which I had had. So thank you, madam, for this opportunity.
Yes. Thanks, Anand. Yeah, you have said nicely that about teaching. 2 points I will add with this. As he said, you have flexibility. So, whenever you are considering any future studies or career, what is your main interest is quality or quantity, right? So, quality in terms of life as a quality, giving time to you, yourself, your family, as well as your job. That is job satisfaction. And second thing is quantity. How much quantity of money, what you are going to get, salary you are going to get, obviously everybody wants that, right? So quality and quantity, both things matters when you are considering career, any kind of career, right? So when you, as I have said, whatever career spans, whatever we have showed, two different aspects. When academics comes, yes, quality comes first. And if you will go to a institute, government aided institute, or some of the big institutes or national level institute, now 7 pay commission or 6 pay or 7 pay, let us say 7 pay salaries are almost equivalent to what industry is paying. So quality as well as quantity wise also now this academic field is coming in at par. Also other areas, you say that okay, I may not be interested in teaching, it's a monotonous job for undergraduate teaching. Okay, when you go for a research teaching, it is definitely always a interesting thing. So yes, you can join other institutes which are only for research institutes also, but yes, you have to increase your further education, be postdoc or try to had a good research experience, then you can get such type of things in academics. But yes, academics, you should have inclination to do PhD. One advantage of academics is you can become MPharm, you join as a faculty, and while doing your teaching you can also avail for your PhD degree. So that is another thing. But yes, the other areas what we have said, that is scientific writing, the becoming a process chemist, or whether becoming your that regulatory or intellectual property management type of team, is equally interesting type of career. And there are a lot of avenues are open. If you have hard to study, you want to study, you want to excel, there is no stopping, nothing is stopping you. So I feel this is where you can just for your information, Mumbai University is providing master of pharmacy in pharmaceutical chemistry. This is a hardcore subject, pharmaceutical chemistry faculty. Okay, there are certain people who are giving master of pharmacy in quality assurance, and they might be having the project which are chemistry related. But just remember that after that, if you are trying to go to academics, if you are in master of pharmacy in pharmaceutical chemistry, you are part of the chemistry, you will get students to from the chemistry background to do the further guiding. So these are the three colleges in Mumbai University specifically giving master of pharmacy pharmaceutical chemistry degree. One is our college, Kundnani principal came Kundnani College of Pharmacy. We are situated at Kolaba. Vivekanand Education Society, which is Chembur, which is where they are organizing this webinar, and BVCP or Bharati Vidyapit's College of Pharmacy, Pelapur, which is also giving this chemistry in Master of Pharmacy in Pharmaceutical Chemistry degree. So this is what we have tried to discuss from this entire thing. And yeah, now I'm ready to take up any questions you are interested in knowing. So thank you very much again to Team VS, and giving me this opportunity to share my love for chemistry.
Wow, madam, what a talk! I really enjoyed each bit of movement which I was completely present. So just to summarize, if somebody has joined late, madam started
Mhm.
her talk with that chemistry kind of, is a field where people have a kind of mental block, but this is a field where is vast, uh, exposure as well as possibility of doing a lot of things, and it's core to pharmacy. That's why we cannot sometimes avoid it, as well as very interesting. Madam gave the introductions of field and told us that what kind of soft skill as well as hard skill and personal traits will be required. Along with she showed you the career avenues, roles and responsibility with the help of CV advertisements of job requirement at different multinational industries. Then new field which people are coming up, and we as a pharmaceutical chemist or medicinal chemist will find opportunities to build our career. And of course, he also highlighted what we call WFH, work from home type of jobs are also coming up. And the most interesting part was the interaction with the alumni. Four of them talked about their experience and which are working in the field, and how they can take a simple idea and grow it, and kind of growing it big, what you like doing. That was the message we got from that. And of course, passion and keeping oneself educated is unavoidable, and that will be the kind of requirement for the 21st century. And thank you, madam, for sharing the list of colleges in the region. That will really help a student. I've had heard that even St. John this year, they have this branch of pharmaceutical chemistry. So I suppose there are 5 colleges in our region, and I'm
Okay.
very sure that student must have been kind of motivated to join the field of chemistry with your talk now. So I was looking into the question and answer.
Yeah.
So there is a one question from Kashmira Wag, which says that how jobs of medicinal chemists and synthetic chemists are different. They are whether same or different. So it's a little bit even details on entrepreneurship in medicinal chemistry. This student Kashmira wanted. Madam,
Yeah.
would you like to please show some light on that?
Yeah. Now, Kashmira, see, it's like medicinal chemist and synthetic chemist. Ultimately, both are, if they are working ahead with synthesis part, when they are going in a process chemistry part, they are synthesizing a molecule. Whether you are synthesizing a molecule for the purpose of pharmaceutical or therapeutical use, that is medicinal chemist, who is mainly looking for lead optimization and the synthesis of the lead. And synthetic chemists can synthesize anything. As I've said, you have opening in both bulk drug as well as the pharmaceutical drugs or molecules, pharmaceutical molecules, right? Both places. Even you can go in paint and all those pigments and polymer industry also. But here we MFARM will look for the medicinal chemistry job more often than just going in other industry, because there, as I've said, you will also have a competition from MSc organic chemistry, PhD organic chemistry, hardcore purely chemistry stream. So yes, I can say that medicinal chemistry as a drug development, so design, development, synthesis is the part of medicinal chemist. Synthetic chemist mainly focus on the synthesis of molecules, the chemicals. Okay. And you have said details of entrepreneurship in medicinal chemistry. Entrepreneurship in medicinal chemistry, yes, here again, many of them are as many of, I know the people who are coming from ICT background of medicinal chemistry or organic chemistry, they have their own units of synthesizing, providing API. Okay. So that is the area where you can move ahead. If you are having only chemistry as your interest, so you can start manufacturing and moving ahead in that area. Or like how Lata has said, she is totally in a different area right now, but yes, somewhere this chemistry related experience is helping in her area or domain where she is working. Okay. So entrepreneurship can be from any angle, from medicinal chemistry, synthesizing, developing, or developing the molecules and giving the thing, or becoming a content writer. That can also be entrepreneurship. I can start your own startup as a content writing, considering the medicinal chemistry. So that is another area where you can move ahead with your own. So I hope I have given answer. I have answered your question. But if you are more interested in entrepreneurship, I will connect you to Lata.
That's really great. That's really great. Uh, I hope Kashmira, your query is resolved. Madam, I myself have some queries. Like there is one student who really wanted to do MPharm or PhD, but he want to take a break and then want to later on come back to maybe research altogether. It may not necessarily in chemistry. So, what would you suggest to such a student?
I have my myself. I can give example. I have completed my MPharm in '92, and then I was teaching for some time, and then I have realized that first I was there for some short stint of time in industry. Then I have shifted to academics. I was always a diehard fan of going in academics. I used to love teaching, so I wanted to be in academics. But I have realized that when I want to grow in academics, just a monotonous UG teaching will not help me, and it is not helping in any of the dreams. So in that scene, what I have done, I have went back to institute, Bombay College of Pharmacy, with CSR scholarship. That is, you can always try, so after almost 98, I have returned back to Bombay College of Pharmacy with CSR scholarship. And let me tell you one very interesting thing, what salary I was getting as a faculty, as an assistant professor in that college. More than that, fellowship I was getting as a CSR. So I was not in losing anything. I was having my family, I was having my kid that time, and with 4 years child sitting at home teaching him ABCD, I was learning myself and doing computer aided drug design. So I don't think there is any time constraint should be there for learning. Learning can be at the age of 70 also. You can be there. And yes, still after that, I could come with that advantage. What I got after doing PhD is I can take students, I can go ahead with my research passion based on whatever I like to do it, what type of projects I want to do it. So there is no way by which you can take a break, you can come back after some time, no problem, but keep learning. That is what I will give you, and that motto has to be there. You should not become a monotonous stagnant. पानी है तो फ्लो होना ही चाहिए, राइट? सो उसको फ्लो होने दो, उसको जस्ट कीप ऑन ब्रशिंग योरसेल्फ, add more education, go in that direction, try to learn something different and try to work with something different.
Right, right.
I
Very
hope,
nice.
Mushtaq sir, I have given answer to
Yes,
your.
yes, perfect answer, perfect answer. Madam, another thing, which I mean, student would be really feeling that somebody should uh, help them. Like there will be some group of students who were aspiring for NIPER or ICT. So they are not fetch admission this year. So they would think that maybe I'll wait this year and will give examination again next year. That is one group. Second group will be that they would be wanting some kind of a fields like a pharmaceutical formulation or let's say QA, but they are not getting it. They are getting chemistry. So what would you advise to such a student? Should they wait for next year, give exam again, or should they take the admission this year?
Don't wait for next year, start doing now. If you are getting in medicinal chemistry admission, take it, no problem. As I've said, kuch nahi to academics mein definitely you will get a job, because there are requirements of lot of MPharm in pharmaceutical chemistry is there. That is one thing. You can, during the academics, you can pursue your further dreams of further educating yourself, growing with your additional PhD degree also simultaneously. Okay, so go ahead, because as I have said, it is, you may not like your chemistry subject in your first 4 years of pharmacy, because of the time constraint, because of so much of chemistry we are trying to put in that entire small time constraint, and therefore there is a mental block. When you go for research in chemistry, it is something different. It is not remembering the structure and writing that structure in the paper, or just it's not a memory game, it is a game of creativity. So definitely I will say that go for that. And always, why not to go to NIPER and ICT? You can do it later on, go for MPharm where you are getting,
Right.
and go for PhD.
PhD.
Okay,
Right.
yes. So that will open your one avenue, and that will, you will save your 1 year. Why to waste that, right? Yeah.
Correct, correct. Absolutely right, madam. I know few students, I mean, they have done their master in a very remote college in a remote area. They did their PhD very nice place. They went abroad. They are doing postdoc after
Yes.
postdoc. They are not taking name of coming back to India. So this is also another scenario one should think. Time is kind of money. So we should always in cash, keeping in cash in there. Madam,
Yes.
one last question from my side. I am asking more of the questions. So I'll still consider myself as your student. No doubt there.
My God.
So, question is,
We have
madam,
only
that
one teacher.
pardon, madam.
We have only one teacher, Professor Kutino.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Other question, madam, that the last few years, what I've observed, I mean, as a teacher, also sometimes it uh, bugs me up. I mean, I keep on thinking on that. That at least four industry which we are doing research in chemistry field, they are shut down. So how, I mean, we can help this scenario coming up, and why our country would need more of a pharmaceutical and medicinal chemist? Can you please throw some light on this also?
Medicinal chemist, what I understood your question is why some of the industry who is having medicinal chemistry is shutting down. Something like that you want
Yes,
to
yes,
know?
yes, madam. Yeah,
Now, I don't think you are saying shutting down in Mumbai, then I agree. but these industries, manufacturing units, everything, they are there in Baddi, they are there in Goa, they might be there in Madhya Pradesh. So maybe somewhere, if you are looking from a manufacturing angle, you might be not interested in going or relocating yourself. That means those who are in the field, they are not relocating themselves from Mumbai, might be the reason. But it is not closed, they are there, still there. First thing.
Okay.
Second thing, there are a lot of other avenues which are coming, like, COVID has opened a lot of other things. We are
Yes.
moving ahead in a different angle, different era. Okay, like as I said, chemistry, if you are interested, go ahead with this. And so far, so many years, I am working in antiviral for since my PhD, but now suddenly antiviral has become, like, Arey, wow, wow, kya great field hai. So you have started getting grants also for antiviral work. So this is where the shifting of paradigm from one area to another, it goes on, it happens. Biotechnology is coming up, and yes, you can go ahead, you can learn that those techniques, and you can switch over from one area to another if you are not
Another
looking
area.
or liking this chemistry. But I don't think chemistry will ever go out of your life, because it needs, like, the medicinal chemist is required for
Correct.
development and thing, doing the things. Okay, so
Correct.
generic is coming, so all those things are coming, so you need a chemist, definitely.
Yes. Yesterday only I was talking with one of my students. The point was that mutations are going to come up, resistant species are going to come up. So that was my dialogue over here. That I said that our shop is not going to close ever. We will
Ah.
still keep on researching. Something or
Yes,
other will always keep on coming, and we have to give a tough fight and combat that particular challenge.
yes.
Uh, so we are coming to an end over here, madam. Thank you very much for being over here and resolving all my queries, rather, I'll say. I would like to take this opportunity to thank management of ES College of Pharmacy and over to Mr. B.L. Bulani ji, who has been consistently motivating and motivating us to reach out to all the masses like students and help them out. It is not just we are the teacher to Westcop student only. We are teacher to entire fraternity of pharmacy student. Then I would like to thank Principal Dr. Supriya Shidai, madam, who has been consistently behind us, and that was also this idea of putting Research Connect series was her brainchild. So she has been following up and taking great care to attend. Unfortunately, another event is going on parallelly, so she is present, which is a kind of physical session going on. So she could not make an online session today, but otherwise she was also very much enthusiastic to come in over here and give her thoughts. Going ahead, thank you, Meena madam. On a single call, you accepted our invitation, and really, I'm really delighted. This was a very successful session. Students are putting the demand that please do not delete this video, let it be over here. We want to come back and refer to this in future. So don't worry, this video is going to be over here. I would like to pay my sincere thanks and regard to the organizing team, two of my student, Mr. Piyush and Mr. Kavishri. They had been helpful organizing session. Then ICT team, which has been behind the curtains, they are working very well. They have helped us. Along with me, two other HODs, HOD of Department of Pharmaceutical, Professor Hridikar madam, and HOD of QA department, Dr. Anita Aire madam. Both had been really helpful and motivating throughout. Last but not least, I am really thankful to students. In a very short time, I will say the last count which I got was 105 registration. And remember that I just shared a link for feedback in the comment box. You can refer to that. Otherwise, Anand sir, can you please show that? Yeah, you can just scan this QR code for your ready reference. If you are not a click person, I hope this QR code will help you to go to feedback. Please give your feedback so that we can improve upon uh, on the our activities which are going on. So as I said that now it makes four activities which we have completed, three talks on three different departments and one workshop. So what we felt that there is need for one more workshop. People are equally interested to coming down to Westcop and see how uh, how the research flows through different department. It is not that one department or one area will work unison. Madam has pointed out that these days we are working in a kind of scenario where multidisciplinary research is important. So even if you are a chemistry student, you can think of working on cyclodextrin, or you can think of making polymers, you can think of formulations, right? So it is not just that chemistry or the chemistry or drug discovery सोचेंगे. It is not that way nowadays. Okay, so that was really great session, madam. Thank you again for being over here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, the
much.
participant, and the. I'll say that many teachers have joined, like Dr. Shakib Akhtar, I can see over here. Dr. Amol Kharche is present over here. So many people, I mean, renowned people. Dr. Gajabiya was present over here. So even, I mean, faculty member could attend it, and this is going to be there for a long time. People would be seeing this presentation of yours. Thank you very much. See you all soon. Please like and subscribe to our channel for keeping update with the activities this hop is organizing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.